Well, look who's back and in her own brand new recording room! Yep, I'll be taking over Pony Thoughts from now on, and boy do I get to start off on two really good episodes! Of course, Discord and Harmony was a blast, because hey, it's a Discord episode, and those are usually really fun. And this one was no exception, full of all sorts of wonderful little sight gags. Like Discord having Radu's little finger demons so he can eat finger sandwiches while Discord himself eats the crust. I love stuff like that. I also really liked how Fluttershy's cottage flooded while he was washing his paw and claw in that faucet from nowhere, because I was thinking the same thing right before they did that. And of course, seeing Discord's house is always a really fun treat, and even when he normalized it, he did pretty well in redecorating. I love how he's able to make multiple versions of himself so he can literally bounce ideas off himself and talk to himself. I sure don't know what that's like! And it was interesting to see some of his duplicates using smartphones. I wonder how Princess Twilight would feel about that. Great way for a quick Equestria Girls reference, just saying. And of course, the crux of the episode when Fluttershy had to act like Discord. That was just adorable. And honestly, both versions show how well they've got to know each other. Discord was able to guess what Fluttershy might like, and Fluttershy was able to guess what Discord might like. It shows they have a really strong friendship that, yeah, I could see being a little bit more. Much to the surprise of other ponies, apparently. I have heard some question why Fluttershy never brought that up to those other ponies she obviously visits on a regular occasion. I mean, you think she would mention she's friends with the embodiment of chaos. But you gotta remember, at her core, Fluttershy is still an introvert. So while she's learned to stand her ground when she needs to, I still don't see her being one to make idle talk outside of her group of friends. I think the real question is, why doesn't Pinkie own that party store? That seems to fit her more than working at Sugar Cube Corner, but maybe that's just me. But you know she's got to be giving them crazy business. Also, was Discord giving those ponies real money or fake money? And if it was real, then where did he actually get it from? Maybe I shouldn't think about stuff like this too hard. Either way, it's a really fun episode, and I do love this season's focusing more on not changing yourself for some pony else. Others need to accept you for who you are, faults and all, otherwise they're not really your friend. Speaking of faults, let's move on to the perfect pair. Oh, not that there's anything wrong with the episode itself, because it was amazing! I mean the faults of Grand Pear himself. First of all, I love the name of Grand Pear. That just works perfectly. And William Shatner just did a perfect job voicing him. I mean, we like to give Shatner a lot of crap, but man, when his acting's on point, it is on point. You could just hear how tired and regretful old Grand Pear was, and how angry and obstinate young Grand Pear was. But, of course, the real stars of the show were Bright, Mac, and Pear Butter. These two. Oh, my Celestia, these two. I have given the staff a lot of crap for their forced romances, but whoa, did they nail it here. 7 years we've been waiting for something with the Apple parents, and this did not disappoint. This episode was just everything, really. It was cute, it was charming, it was funny, it was sad near the end, but this pair was just adorable to watch. And all in the course of just a few flashbacks, they fleshed out this pairing and this relationship way better than anything they've done so far. And while Shatner was good and obviously a big get for the show, let's not discount Felicia Day as Pear Butter. I really just kind of flipped out when I found that was her, because I knew that voice sounded familiar, and wow, I was blown away. Of course, knowing that, now I'm just a little bit disappointed we're never gonna have an episode where Pear Butter and Quibble Pants share a scene. And give yourself a star if you know why I want to see that. But yeah, these two are just adorable together, and it's a shame we're never going to be able to see them again. Although I'm not really sure we should, because there's really only one more thing we need to see with them, and I don't think the show's going to go in that direction. So, as much as I would like to have Felicia Day back in the show, and see more with Pear Butter and Bright Mac, I think we're just going to have to leave it at this. It was a really loving and touching episode, and I just felt all the feels as the Apple siblings found out how their parents met, fell in love, and the tragedy that ensued. Because yeah, I didn't see it going that way. I thought maybe Grand Pear had moved away after whatever happened, and he is finally able to return to Ponyville and deal with that. But him disowning Pear Butter right there at the wedding, just wow! It just perfectly showed how he let bitterness and anger completely cloud his heart. And on the reverse side of that, as soon as Granny Smith realized those two aren't going to separate, that they are in love, she welcomed Pear Butter into the Apple family, proving just how strong her character is and why she is the matriarch of the Apple family. Honestly, there's a lot more I could go over this episode, and maybe it should be added to the maybe do an actual review of this episode list. Turns out there's quite a few of those in Season 7, because it's just been amazing so far. I just hope that now that we're caught up, the schedule will normalize? I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been enjoying this season, but as someone trying to keep up and review it, it's really hard to do. So, let's hope we get some normal release schedules now, and when they're done, you can come here and listen to my pony thoughts. Hello?
Hey Blackbird, I really need a favor from you.
No, this is BB.
What? You sound exactly like Blackbird. Did I dial the wrong number again?
It's the right number. We actually need to go about changing that at some point. So, is there a message you want me to pass on to him, or what?
Yeah, it's something very important, and he's the only one I can trust with it.
Alright, I'll let him know.